Good evening, good morning, whatever it may be. I was just getting ready for bed and I was nudged to do one more video. So we're going to look at the divine masculine, feminine energies, divine masculine, feminine consciousness, and talk about true love, twin flames, soulmates, soul tribe, soul family connections. And as we know, the divine masculine and feminine are visible in everything in the world, on the world stage, but mostly we're talking about inside of each one of us. We have both masculine and feminine energies that we're growing in, and I'm going to check the consciousness in that. And if you are interested in kind of having questions about soulmates or twin flames or true loves or love options, some of this can fall under that as well. So let's start with the divine masculine. I'm going to check in with the divine masculine consciousness and see where they're at. So for me, sometimes I more so have divine masculine energy in my everyday experience and life than not. So let's check out where the divine masculine is. Let's start with the Moonology cards. Moonology. Here we go. Oops. I pulled 3 on accident. I just tried to do 1, so I guess we'll do 3 to start with. So I've got surrender to the divine, full moon. This is not the full moon right now for us, but this energy of the full moon, surrender to the divine, is pretty good message for the divine masculine in all of us. And maybe what our divine masculines, if we have a divine counterpart out there, whether we know them or not, maybe that's what they're doing or working on, or that's the theme for them. So surrender to the divine. I think in all of us right now, thank you, divine masculine. Thank you very much, divine masculine, because I think in all of us right now, we're realizing that we do have divine plans and purposes, and we've all been off a little bit on some of those things. We know that we know what we want, but we've been off track a little bit here and there. So I am finding that gorgeous and beautiful for the divine masculine beginning. And I think many of our counterparts, whether we know them or not, whether we are in union or not, which I am feeling many unions coming together and working together and having purposes together, and just brand new life paths, journeys together. So that's pretty cool. But surrender to the divine is a great message. I like it. So I'll be working on that in myself. Be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. So if there's something inside of you, divine masculines, divine masculine counterparts, and divine masculines in all of us, it might be a good time to just go ahead and ask. Go ahead and say, make the first move. If there's something inside of you that's saying, I must learn how to cook. It's going to be my art. I feel drawn to this. Go ahead and try it. Sign up for a class. If you love somebody, like somebody, just let them know. Things like that. Of course, it doesn't have to be those things, but it's something inside of you is nudging you, drawing you, helping you feel those directives. Then make the first move, huh? I'm so scared of those things sometimes. I'm Aries. I will always ask and push and stuff. I've been scared lately, at least in some ways. I think my old wounding and distortion has come up so much that I've blocked myself. So I'm wondering if the divine masculine is all coming from that place of that, like if you're a little boy or a little girl that was kind of scared and we don't know what to do, feeling, because we've all felt that way, like doubtful or I think I'm wondering if it's like an open door for us to just go like trust, make the just ask, make the first move, step forward. What are your dreams? Take a step toward it. And the other one that I got, the third one that I meant to only choose one about, is answers that you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. The answers that you need are coming. So the Gemini is, they call it the twins. So that could be very much a sign or a message for us about our twin flames. So if you don't know who they are, if you don't understand that, don't go for that kind of thing. What about the two pieces? The yes, I do want to do this, or no, I don't want to do this. What about the dual pieces inside of us, the opposites inside of us that don't know what to do sometimes? We don't know how to. We don't know how to do our next steps. What if that comes together into balance a little bit more, which is what I'm seeing for us all. And inside you will have your answers, yeses or nos, or maybe answers on how to start the next path again. Like if you love cooking and it feels so artistic and wonderful and fabulous to nourish others and make it beautiful, then that answer on how you can do that. If you're like, I don't know, what if you work in corporate America and that's what you love and that's your art? Maybe there'll be some nudge toward people, places, things, open doors for you. So the answers are coming. I really like that. So let's check in with the divine feminine here and see what we've got going on. I have been so passionate about my work, my job, my work, all these years. You have burnout or question yourself over time sometimes. I've been so passionate about it in the last months. Like I'm refueling inside since like October, November, December, and regrowth. So I'm very grateful. That's why I'm acting all geeky and bouncy. So here's what I've got for the divine feminine. The energy is gaining momentum. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing the moon. The energy is gaining momentum for the divine feminine. That's a really good place because I think a lot of the divine feminine energies have been in doubt or confusion or maybe stagnation. How about that? Since all of that, we are still going through so much COVID things and stuff like that have really slowed us all down and made us doubt and regroup and look at what we really want. The energy is gaining momentum, and even if you don't know what I'm getting for us to see in this is, even if you don't know what you want, why don't you maybe think about asking the universe or asking in your prayers for your highest good and your highest good timeline, and for it to be shown to you, even if you don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's better than you think. Maybe it's way better than you think. It's like the skies have been just packed with the star beings and some light movement. I don't quite know what's going on lately, but it feels like to me there are undeniable open doors for some of us and new directions, and it's gaining momentum. Even if we don't know what it is, we can kind of feel the bubbly good coming, right? So the next card I got was, you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Can't remember. That might be what we're in right now. New moon in Cancer. We're coming into Leo season. These are timeless, but coming into Leo season. But if the new moon is in Cancer, that would be emotion, feeling. So to me, it feels like you and your loved ones are safe. Some of the fears, deeply, all of us have deep fears like losses and fears and rejection feelings and doubt and confusion sometimes within ourselves, even if people can't tell. And so what if you and your loved ones are safe and on the right track? And even if you are not together, like if you're thinking about a divine union or a soulmate relationship, or even family, or career directions, whatever it may be inside of us, it seems like we're separate. But what if that's not true? What if the truth is that we're always connected, we're always in union, and we are safe? And that's what I'm seeing for us. Even if you don't have even a idea of having a love relationship, or an idea of what kind of work you want to do next, it feels like that's safe, and maybe the divine knows, even when we don't. How about that? That's what I'm seeing for us. I like that, because I've had a few moments in and out of ease in the last couple of months, off and on. How about this? Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. So it's the third one I've drawn, called, it's the mutable moon. So it's still okay to dream big. It's still okay to ask. It's still okay to ask the universe and ask our hearts, what do we really want? And it's still okay to change a hard, painful situations or circumstances. It's not too late, and you're not too late. And what I'm seeing is that all of us, we can call it our manifestation or creation abilities. We're coming into that awareness that our thoughts and our intentions and our clarity on things help us create and manifest what we want in our lives. So what if some circumstances, like if you wanted to, again, like if you loved cooking, if you loved that, and that's an art to you, and you're thinking, really, like I can't make enough money to pay for the mortgage for the kids, and what if that's not true? Nothing's set in stone. What if your creations can and manifestations can outshine what your small box thinking can say? So all those doubts and fears, and what if you just feel like it's totally over, nothing's ever going to be okay, blah, 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 whatever it is that we've told ourselves, because I think we've all been there. But what if this is not worth it? But what if that's not true? What if the truth is that we have been healing and growing and going into our depths, but some of those things aren't true, and nothing is set in stone, so we can ask for the highest good in our every creation and manifestation. And so I saw my camera do it again. What is up? I try to clear it and fix it. And so we're going to have two parts to this. My apologies. I will learn how to fix that one of these days. It's a true story. Okay, I'm going to go back to the divine masculine and see if there are any messages to the divine masculine or to our divine masculine counterparts, whether we know them or not, whether we've been married to them for a long time or not, whether we are with them or not, whether we have never even heard of them or even understand if we have a divine counterpart, if we hadn't had a boyfriend for 12 years or a girlfriend for 12 years. Let's see. If our family has been estranged for a long time. Let's look. What are some messages? Okay. Well, I pulled two this time, even though I just was trying for one. So here's our messages. I really like this. I've had been working on this for a long time. Look at this. She's deep in thought, and her heart and soul, and her tree of life is right there. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into the light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into the light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I'll take it. I'm in. Ooh, this one's groovy. Feels like that we have angelic light beings support all around us, certainly at all times, even when we can't feel it. And we are being divinely directed. And so this is also another nudge, feeling that. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Overwhelmingly, what I'm feeling right now on this one, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. All of us have been there too, like wishing and hoping and trying and giving 100%. But what I'm overwhelmingly feeling is as we accept and just come into our inner peace, no matter what. Doesn't matter if everyone stole our cars or your RV. But I just mentioned that because that happened to me. I've been working on legal stuff for months on that. And, finding perpetrators and finding our RVs. So, okay. So that could just be one thing. If someone stole your vehicle, your tiny home, or if you dropped your whole entire plate of food that you just made on the floor and you can't eat it because there are icky dog feet and cat feet on the floor. We can just accept it and go, okay, but what if it's better after that? What if it can be cleaned up? What if your floor can be cleaned up? What if the answers can be found? What if someone calls you and says, you know what, that stolen RV and those people that stole it are in something, here's the address. What if it could be better than you think? And what if what you wanted before is not what you want now? You didn't want that for dinner anyway. You really didn't. So order it in. I like DoorDash these days sometimes when I just can't do it anymore. Every once in a while I have DoorDash come. This is expensive, but seafood night happens a little bit more at my house when that happens. So I really like that. I really like those messages for the divine masculine in all of us and our divine masculine counterparts. Imagine all the unwanted thoughts dissolving and creating room for all that is your true good, like what you deserve, the good. You've always deserved everything good. You've deserved to be loved. You have deserved to feel good inside. You have deserved to be treated well. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. And sometimes we must accept things as they are. As we accept that, maybe we'll see that it's actually different than what we were thinking. It wasn't as it was in the first place. Truly. And that there are better answers. I'm just seeing big open doors, like it's better than you think, is what I'm getting. Oh, this one's good. For the divine feminine energies, I've got this card here. It says emotions. Emotions are natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort our perception and cloud our vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So in my life, and I've been seeing this actually for months and a couple of years, all of us, men, women, tall, short, young, old, coming to a point where we're taught in society not to have emotion. We're just taught to just keep going and make $5 more and try to, on the outside look better, look like we feel better. And that's been really hard for me lately because I've been seeing a lot of people heal abuse and just outright severe trauma. As we understand, there's big layers of darkness that's unfolding, and we're just going, what? Like the world is run by who? Horrifying atrocity? Really? So that's been really hard for all of us, but feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. And I'm feeling the same message for the divine feminine in a way, like if you can just go, okay, I'm mad, it hurt, it was painful. To be called those names was really hard, but they weren't true. They weren't the truth. So the truth is better than I can see yet. And if I cry it out, if I spit it out, if I can heal out some of the distortion that covers my eyesight, I can realize, I can realize what true love really is, how to have connection in love, how to have connection without trauma or distortion, clouding and sabotaging everything everywhere. So the divine masculine and feminine in all of us human beings, we could maybe use a little smooch on that. So this world has been brutal for all of us at some times. This is a very similar one. Yay, we got it again. This came up earlier in another reading. The Dove of Peace. You may not understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Again, it's almost like peeling away the layers of trauma. So in my energy work that I have for myself, my healing, my therapy energy work, my frequency energy work on myself with my teacher, my mentors, I've been working on that, a whole lot of trauma, and I've seen it in a lot of people and my friends and clients and things over the last months as well. So we may not understand why we're in this position or that circumstance happened or someone reacted to us in a certain way. However, there is a higher purpose, and you might see a clarity and just the real truth coming out, the clouds clearing, the grudge is gone, the anguish and anger and pain and losses just scrubbing away from your windshield, and you go, and you can receive and allow yourself to have emotions and feel that love flowing through you. Maybe new options, answers coming in pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more cards. One more for the Divine Masculine. Where's the Divine Masculine at? What can we know with that? And maybe in some of our relationships and why we don't understand them, or how we can align ourselves with our divine counterparts, whether they be male or female, the right ones. I just heard a message. The guides are saying, incoming, they're on their way. Incoming. Freedom for all sides, divine masculine, feminine, and people that have partnerships coming up. Oh, this is great. Take a break. So I got take a break for the divine masculine. I think all of us are really tired. And of course, when you're really tired, does that not affect us all? I think so. Take a break. Breathe in. Take a break. The world was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Get off the treadmill. Quit running 100 miles an hour. It all fits. You will have enough.